This is the brief on Japan's 2025 trade statistics. So, the Ministry of Finance just dropped the provisional trade data for 2025, and it reveals a kind of tough reality. Even though Japan sold more goods than ever before, it's still buying more than it sells. That makes it the fifth straight year in the red. First, let's just look at the big picture. Outbound shipments. They hit a record high, topping 110 trillion yen, mostly because of huge demand for semiconductor parts. But here's the catch. Imports also crept up, just enough to outpace all that. Things like foreign computers and communications gear. That pushed the import bill to 113 trillion yen. That left a deficit of over 2.5 trillion yen. Second, we're seeing a pretty big shift with the United States. For the first time in 5 years, sales to the US actually fell by about 4%. And the culprit is really clear: automobiles. Japan's traditional heavy hitter just stalled out in the American market, and that dragged down the totals significantly. Finally, while the US market is cooling down, the picture over in Asia is way more dynamic. Now, shipments to China did dip a little bit, which widened that particular trade gap. But demand across Asia as a whole, that actually grew by over 5%. So it suggests this regional shuffle is happening, where broader Asian growth is kind of buffering the slowdown from major partners like the US and China. So, to wrap it all up, high-tech components kept trade volumes high, no doubt. But that slump in car sales to the US was enough to keep Japan's trade balance firmly in negative territory for 2025. And that's the state of Japan's global trade right now.